From the untouched landscapes of the South Pacific to the frigid solitude of the Arctic, these islands stand as silent witnesses to the forces that shape our planet. Prepare to be transported to the far reaches of Earth as we uncover the secrets and stories that define the essence of these isolated islands. Welcome back to another top-line video, and today we will be going through 10 of the most isolated islands in the world. Number 10. January Mayan is a volcanic island in the Arctic Ocean, which is situated in the northern part of the Atlantic Ocean, approximately 600 miles northeast of Iceland. The island is of volcanic origin, with the Beerenberg volcano being its highest point. Beerenberg is an active stratovolcano and the northernmost active volcano in the world. The island experiences a polar climate, characterized by cold temperatures, strong winds, and relatively high precipitation, making it uninhabited, and there is no indigenous population. The island is primarily used for weather and meteorological research by maintaining a weather station named January Mayan Meteorological Observatory on the island. Due to its remote location and challenging weather conditions, access to January Mayan is limited, with transportation to the island being typically facilitated by the Norwegian Coast Guard vessel or other specialized ships. January Mayan is home to various seabirds and marine life, taking advantage of the rich waters surrounding the island. The island has a history of sporadic human presence, mainly due to hunting and exploration. It was named after the Dutchman Jan Jacobsoen May van Schellinghout, who led an expedition to the island in 1614. Overall, January Mayan stands as a testament to the extreme conditions that can be found in the Arctic region, making it one of the more remote and challenging places to access on Earth. Number 9. St. Helena is a volcanic tropical island in the South Atlantic Ocean, which is situated approximately 1,210 miles west of the coast of southwestern Africa. The island has a rich colonial history and gained importance as a stopover point for ships traveling between Europe and the Indian Ocean. It was famously used as a place of exile for Napoleon Bonaparte, who died on the island in 1821. St. Helena is part of the British Overseas Territory of St. Helena and has a population of around 4,000 people. The island's isolation was historically a challenge for access, but in recent years, it has become more accessible with regular flights from Johannesburg, South Africa, and occasional voyages by sea. St. Helena's unique history, isolation, and diverse flora and fauna make it an interesting and somewhat isolated destination. Number 8. Svalbard is an archipelago located in the Arctic Ocean, situated approximately 580 miles from the northern coast of mainland Norway. Svalbard has a small population, with the majority residing in Longyearbyen, which is primarily composed of Norwegian and Russian citizens, with a mix of other nationalities. Svalbard experiences a high Arctic climate with long, cold winters and short, cool summers, and is known for its polar nights, which is a continuous darkness in winter, and midnight sun, which is a continuous daylight in summer. Svalbard is home to a variety of Arctic wildlife, including polar bears, reindeer, Arctic foxes, and various seabirds. The surrounding waters are rich in marine life, and whales, seals, and seabirds are common. Svalbard is used for scientific research, particularly in fields like glaciology, climate studies, and Arctic biology. Tourism is also an important industry, with visitors attracted to the unique Arctic landscapes, wildlife, and the opportunity to experience the polar environment. Svalbard is subject to the Svalbard Treaty, an international agreement that grants Norway sovereignty over the archipelago but allows signatory countries to establish commercial activities and research operations on the islands. Due to its extreme Arctic conditions and relative isolation, Svalbard is often considered one of the more remote and challenging regions on Earth. Number 7. South Georgia and the South Sandwich Islands are a British overseas territory in the southern Atlantic Ocean and are known for their remote and harsh conditions, and their isolation contributes to their unique ecosystems and wildlife. This island is the largest in the territory and is known for its rugged mountainous terrain and is located about 430 miles southeast of South Georgia. Despite its harsh conditions, it hosts a diverse range of wildlife, including seals, penguins, and various seabirds. While there are no permanent civilian populations on the islands, there are research stations and scientific bases which are primarily focused on studying the unique ecosystems, geology, and wildlife of the region. South Georgia and the South Sandwich Islands are considered among the most remote and inhospitable places on Earth due to their location far from major landmasses and challenging weather conditions. South Georgia played a role in the early 20th century Antarctic exploration, serving as a base for Ernest Shackleton's expeditions, and is also known for the whaling industry that operated there in the past. Access to the islands is typically challenging due to their remote location and harsh weather conditions. Number 6. The Kerguelen Islands, also known as the Desolation Islands, are a group of islands in the southern Indian Ocean which are situated approximately 2,050 miles southeast of Africa and about 2,360 miles southwest of Australia. The islands are a French overseas territory and are part of the French southern and Antarctic lands named Terres Australes et Antarctiques Françaises. The Kerguelen Islands have a cold and sub-Antarctic climate with strong winds, frequent precipitation, and relatively low temperatures. The islands are home to a variety of wildlife, including seabirds, seals, and penguins. Vegetation is limited due to the harsh climate, and the islands are mostly covered with moss and lichens. The only permanently inhabited place on the Kerguelen Islands is the Port aux Français Research Station, which serves scientific and logistical purposes in various fields, including biology, geophysics, and meteorology. The Kerguelen Islands are often considered one of the most isolated places on Earth due to their remote location and challenging access, with transportation to the islands being mainly by ship, and there is no regular civilian population. The islands are of interest to scientists for their unique ecosystems, geological features, and as a platform for studying various aspects of polar and sub-Antarctic research. The Kerguelen Islands remain largely untouched by human activity, and their isolation contributes to their significance in scientific research and environmental studies. Number 5. St. Kilda is an archipelago located in the North Atlantic Ocean, about 40 miles west of the Western Isles of Scotland, and has a unique history and is known for its exceptional natural and cultural significance. St. Kilda comprises several islands, with Herda being the largest and only one inhabited historically. St. Kilda was inhabited for thousands of years, with evidence of human presence dating back to prehistoric times, where the islanders maintained a traditional way of life, relying on fishing, farming, and hunting seabirds for sustenance. The St. Kildans had a unique way of life and developed their own customs and traditions. Due to its isolation, the community remained relatively untouched by outside influences for many centuries. The declining population, harsh living conditions, and limited resources led to the evacuation of the remaining residents from Herda in 1930. The islands are now uninhabited, but some researchers and military personnel temporarily reside there. The archipelago is a UNESCO World Heritage Site, designated for both its natural and cultural significance. The National Trust for Scotland owns and manages the St. Kilda archipelago, meaning that visitors are allowed, but the fragile environment and historical sites are carefully protected. Due to its remote location, access to St. Kilda can be challenging, with visitors typically arriving by boat, and weather conditions in the North Atlantic can affect travel to and from the islands. St. Kilda's rich cultural history and diverse wildlife make it a place of interest for researchers, historians, and nature enthusiasts. Number 4. The Aleutian Islands are a chain of islands that extend approximately 1,800 miles from the Alaska Peninsula towards the Russian Far East. Many of the Aleutian Islands are of volcanic origin, forming a part of the Pacific Ring of Fire. The Aleutian Islands have a maritime climate with cool temperatures and heavy precipitation, meaning that the weather can be quite unpredictable, with frequent fog and storms due to the convergence of cold air from the north and moist air from the south. The islands are home to a variety of wildlife, including seabirds, marine mammals, and fish, with the waters around the Aleutians being rich in marine life, making them important for commercial fishing. The indigenous people of the region are the Aleuts, who have a unique culture and history tied to the harsh environment of the islands. The islands played a strategic role during World War II, with the Battle of Attu being one of the notable conflicts. While some of the larger islands have communities with permanent residents, many of the smaller islands are uninhabited or have seasonal populations. The Aleutian Islands are known for their rugged beauty, unique wildlife, and the challenging conditions that have shaped the way of life for the people living in this remote and dynamic part of the world. Number 3. Bishop Rock is a small rocky islet located in the Atlantic Ocean, southwest of the Isles of Scilly, which is an archipelago off the southwestern tip of Cornwall, England. It is most notable for being the location of Bishop Rock Lighthouse, which holds the Guinness World Record as the world's smallest island with a building on it. The primary feature on Bishop Rock is the lighthouse, which was first built in 1858. The original structure faced challenges due to severe weather conditions, and it was eventually replaced by a stronger tower as it stands today, dating back to 1887. It is a cylindrical tower made of iron and stands at a height of approximately 161 feet. Despite its small size, Bishop Rock and its lighthouse serve an important navigational purpose, contributing to the safety of ships passing through the waters around the Isles of Scilly. The lighthouse is fully automated, and its construction and maintenance have been remarkable achievements given the challenging conditions of the site. Number 2. The Faulkland Islands is a British overseas territory located in the South Atlantic Ocean, which are situated about 310 miles east of the coast of Argentina, the nearest country. The Faulkland Islands had a population of around 3,500 people, which is primarily of British descent, and English is the official language. The Faulkland Islands are the subject of a territorial dispute between the United Kingdom and Argentina. In 1982, the two countries engaged in a conflict over the islands, known as the Falklands War, which resulted in the British retaining control. The economy of the Falkland Islands is largely based on fishing and tourism, as they are known for their rich marine life, including abundant fish stocks and diverse bird species. The Falkland Islands are a British overseas territory with a degree of self-governance headed by a chief executive officer, and there is an elected legislative assembly. The United Kingdom maintains a military presence on the Falkland Islands to ensure the security and defense of the territory. Number 1. Boule Island is located in the South Atlantic Ocean, approximately 1,600 miles southwest of the coast of South Africa, and is one of the most isolated islands in the world. Boule Island is a dependent territory of Norway, making it an uninhabited external dependency, and claims sovereignty over the island and uses it primarily for scientific research. It is characterized by ice and snow cover, with glaciers covering a significant portion of its surface. The island was first sighted by Jean-Baptiste Charles Bouvet de Lozier, a French explorer, in 1739, but it remained largely unexplored and uninhabited for many years. Despite its harsh climate and isolation, Boule Island supports some wildlife, including seabirds and seals, with the surrounding waters are known for their rich marine life. Norway maintains an unmanned automated weather station on Boule Island for scientific and meteorological purposes. The island is difficult to access due to its remote location, harsh weather conditions, and the surrounding pack ice, leading to the human presence on the island being minimal, and it is not a popular destination for tourists. The lack of a resident population and its challenging conditions contribute to its reputation as one of the most isolated places on Earth. If you made it to the end and enjoyed this video, please consider leaving a like and subscribing to the channel. Let me know what you'd like to see next in the comments section below.